And we've got another park review for today's video. This is the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, a pretty iconic boardwalk park. When you think of the world's best boardwalk amusement parks, oftentimes it comes down to this one and Maurice Pierce. And I gotta say, this one definitely kind of lived up to the hype. Sure, it's not going to be as good as these huge amusement parks, but when you compare them to other boardwalk parks, this is a good one. It's really nice, it's well kept, and it's a lot bigger than I was expecting. I've been to some of these boardwalk parks where it's it's pretty small, not a lot of square footage. This one is cool. If you've never been here before, let me run down a few awesome things about it. First of all, there are moments where there are 2 levels to it. You'll have, say, bumper cars on the bottom, and then you can go up some stairs and there's rides on top of it. So it just adds a whole nother dimension to it. So obviously they were tight on space, so they decided to build up, not out. And when you look at the rides that they have a good selection. They have a lot more than I was expecting. I really just kind of went into the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk not really knowing much. I knew it was a very well-received boardwalk park, but now I understand why. Some boardwalk parks have kind of that trashy feel. This one does not at all. It's a very nice place. It's kind of like your classy boardwalk park, I want to say. And weirdly enough, we call it a boardwalk park, but I don't remember too much of it actually being boardwalk. It was like cement. In fact, I'm trying to think of boardwalk areas, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if there are any. I mean, the most boardwalky thing about it is that you have the beach right there. So let's get in depth and talk about some of these rides. What makes this place so great? First of all, let's talk about variety. So you have lots of kids rides. You have a kiddie roller coaster. You have your typical kind of carnival-like attractions, but you also have some that are not very common. There's even a train type attraction that goes around the place. And of course, as with every boardwalk park, you're going to have your arcade area and stuff. So I was impressed with the amount of variety of children's attractions. And then you also add in the amount of attractions that a lot of the thrill seekers will enjoy. You have some more adult style flat rides. You have a claw ride and a drop tower. And of course the other 2 roller coasters. You have the Giant Dipper, which is definitely kind of more of a thrilling coaster. But I will say most attractions here, if you have people that are kind of looking for a thrill, maybe a bit older kids, I would say the entire family would be able to enjoy most of the attractions here. Even something like Giant Dipper or Undertow, the spinning coaster. And kind of switching gears a bit, as you can tell, I went to this park at night, so this was my first time here. I spent a couple hours here. I actually went after day at California's Great America. I believe that this is about 45 minutes away. So what's nice is that you can get a lot of the things done in a short amount of time. And I really enjoyed seeing the park at night. A lot of the times these boardwalk parks thrive during the nighttime. You see all the light packages and everything, and I will say this park does look very nice at night. Almost every single ride has some sort of light package, and it is easy to find your way around. I did mention that the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk is large, but it's very long. But it's not too big to the point where you could get lost. Sure, there are some moments where it'll kind of switch between levels and you might try and figure out, okay, where does this pathway lead? But most of the time you can figure it out. Now what's cool about Santa Cruz is that they have some very unique attractions. One that everyone loves to point out is that they have one of those carousels where you grab a ring and try and throw it into the clown's mouth. I really wanted to be able to do this, however I had a longer line when I went and we were short on time, so I did not get to try it out. But they also have this dark ride, and this was kind of a cool attraction. You start up on top and then go underneath the boardwalk, and there's a bunch of animatronics and mannequins, and it's kind of castle themed. It was really weird. I kind of liked it though. I just wasn't really quite sure what to think because I had never even heard of this attraction. I just did it randomly. So I came out of that thing and I was like, whoa, that was kind of weird. So I definitely recommend to do it. It's one of those attractions that you don't see every day. So just in general, would I recommend the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk? Absolutely. It's by far one of the best boardwalk parks I've ever been to. Would I put Maurice Pierce above it? Well, maybe. Maurice Pierce does have more roller coasters, and they also have a lot more land because they have 3 separate piers. So this obviously has a different feel than it, but I would recommend it if you're in the area. So let me know about what you think of the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Post all those thoughts in the comment section below, and of course stay tuned for more park reviews here at Coaster Studios.